When discussing Linux, one of the biggest misconceptions is that this operating system is immune to viruses and malware. Many believe that by using Linux, they automatically become completely safe and protected from malicious software. However, considering that most servers, both large and small companies, run on Linux and how often hacking attacks occur that result in data breaches involving user information, we can conclude that Linux, although considered a more secure operating system, is not 100% safe as many believe. One of the main reasons Linux is considered more secure than Windows is its relatively low market share. According to various assessments, only about 3 to 5% of users use Linux, while Windows holds a market share of around 70%. If we just for a moment put ourselves in a position of a hacker writing a virus or malware aimed at stealing sensitive data from users, such as passwords, cryptocurrency information, bank account details, and so on, it is logical to conclude that it is more profitable to develop software targeted at Windows. The larger the number of infected users, the greater the potential of profit. For this reason, hackers often focus their attacks on Windows, as it is the market with the largest user base, providing them with a far greater chances of success than if they were to target Linux users. Although there are currently very few viruses and malware aimed at desktop version of Linux, it is important for users to understand that Linux is not absolutely resistant to attacks. As its popularity grows, it can be expected that the number of viruses and malware targeting this operating system will also increase in the future. In this video, we will discuss 3 free and open source antivirus programs that you can use on Linux. At the end, we will also mention tools you can use to detect potential vulnerabilities on your operating system. Chkrootkit is a tool for detecting rootkits, which represent a specific type of malware. A rootkit is a type of malicious software that allows unauthorized access and control over computer or network. These programs are designed to install themselves on a system without users' knowledge and are often difficult to detect, as they disguise themselves as legitimate processes or system files. To install Chkrootkit, open the terminal and enter the command sudo apt-get install Chkrootkit. This command is used for Linux distributions based on Ubuntu and Debian. You can find this and other commands for different Linux distributions in the video description. Once the installation is successfully completed, we will run the program by entering the command sudo chkrootkit. When the program finishes scanning, which usually doesn't take long, we will review the results. As you can see, there is a segment where files are marked as suspicious. Before you start deleting files, it is recommended to always conduct further research. You can check the files using online tools such as VirusTotal, MetaDefender, and similar services. If after your research you decide to remove a specific file, you can do so by entering the command sudo rm-rf followed by the location of the file. This way, you can remove one or all suspicious files. After we have removed the files marked as suspicious, we will perform another scan. As you can see, after the rescan, we have one warning related to the network. Before taking any action, we will check which processes are using the network. Based on the data obtained, everything appears normal and there are no signs of malicious activity. To ensure that everything is in order regarding rootkits, we will conduct additional analysis using Rootkit Hunter. We will install it by entering the command in the terminal sudo apt-get install rkhunter. Once the installation is successfully completed, we will run the program by entering the command sudo rkhunter --check. The scanning process should take about 10 to 15 minutes, and during the process you will need to press enter from time to time. When the scan is complete, as you can see, we have one suspicious file and 12 potential threats. So we will check the log file to see the details. The suspicious file is LVP request, a tool used for sending HTTP requests. Sometimes this tool can be used to send malicious requests, which is why it is marked as suspicious. Next, we have a warning about large shared memory segment, checking for suspicious large shared memory segment, which we likely receive because Linux operates in a virtual environment, and we have a warning about hidden files and folders on the system, checking for hidden files and directories. By default, files that start with a dot are hidden in Linux. You can easily change these settings. For example, in Linux Mint, which I am currently using, all you need to do is open the file manager, right-click on an empty space and check the option Show Hidden Files. ClamAV is a program that has a graphical interface, but you can also use it by the terminal. You can install the program through the software manager by entering ClamAV in the search bar. If you choose to install the program this way, install ClamAV, which includes the main program, as well as ClamTk, the graphical interface. You can also install the program using the terminal by entering the command sudo apt install ClamAV ClamTk. Once the installation is successfully completed, since the program has a graphical interface, you can launch it by clicking the start and then typing the name or the first few letters of the program's name. As you can see, the program is quite straightforward and it is divided into 4 segments. In the configuration section, you can make adjustments related to the program, add specific folders to a whitelist, which will exclude these files and folders from scanning. You also have network-related settings and can specify the time when scans will be executed. In the history section, you can view logs, in other words, the results of previous scans, and files that have been quarantined because they were marked as suspicious. The update segment pertains to updating the program itself. In the threat analysis section, you have 3 options. To scan a file by clicking the Scan a File button and selecting the file you want to scan. To scan a folder by clicking the Scan a Directory button and selecting the folder you want to scan. The third option in this segment, Analysis, allows you to add a file that the program will send to VirusTotal and provide you with the scanning results. If you want to perform a complete scan of the entire computer, you can do so by opening the terminal and entering the command sudo clamscan -r/. Keep in mind that scanning the entire computer will take longer, and the time depends on the speed of your computer and the amount of data being scanned. In my case, after the scanning process was successfully completed, no threats were detected, and the process took 256 minutes and 2 seconds. In addition to these three antivirus programs, if you want to further enhance your security, you can install Lynis. This program is used for analyzing the vulnerabilities of your operating system. We will install it by entering the command in the terminal sudo apt-get install Lynis. The program is launched by entering the command sudo lynis audit system. The program will analyze your system and all settings. The results will be divided into logical segments. Settings that are considered critical security risk will be marked in red, and it is recommended to analyze them in details to determine what exactly there are and whether they truly pose a risk. Settings marked in yellow represent potential risk as they are considered weak but not critical flaws. This color will also be used to mark settings for which there is no data. Feel free to leave any suggestions, questions, or ideas for future video content in the comments. Thanks to everyone who took the time to watch this video. I hope you find it useful or at least informative.